Puerto Rican Day Parade weekend, Xander Zayas is going to be in the main event, his first main event on this weekend, and it's going to be against Patrick Teixeira, a former champion at 154 pounds. This is the classic up-and-coming spot where we get to see what the prospect has. Xander Zayas is 21 years old, 18-0 with 12 knockouts, and he's a massive, massive favorite for this fight. And obviously somebody who's very skilled, very talented, and just an all-around better boxer at this stage than his opponent. But Patrick Teixeira is not somebody who should be slept on. He is a quality opponent even at this stage of his career, 33 years old. He's got 4 losses on his record. He's been knocked out by Curtis Stevens in the past before, been dropped in another fight, and he did have 3 straight losses at one point. But he does have a win over current middleweight champion Carlos Adames, and that is from 2019 before losing to Brian Castano, somebody else who's been a champion in 2021. So this is an enormous spot for Xander Zayas. He's being given the torch here. Somebody who's done a mini documentary on Puerto Rican boxing history. You can check it out, La Cultura, on YouTube, award-winning also. You know, if you're Puerto Rican, if you're a boxing fan at all, this is an enormous spot for Xander Zayas. This is where Miguel Cotto sort of made his bones early on in his career. He was already a champion by the time he started fighting on Puerto Rican Day Parade weekend. It was something that helped elevate him to a new level. He fought Paulie Malignaggi in New York City in 2006, Puerto Rican Day Parade weekend. Did it again in 2007 against Zab Judah, probably one of the more memorable ones, and he stopped him. Later on, fights guys like Sergio Martinez, for example, in 2014. That was a very high-profile one, won his first middleweight championship. Daniel Gill in 2015. Like Miguel Cotto was 6-0 with 4 knockouts on Puerto Rican Day Parade weekend. This is a torch that was then passed to Felix Verdejo, and Google it. Just Google it. Then Edgar Berlanga had his shot in 2022. He beat Romer Alexis Angulo, and he beat him by decision and also bit his ear. So he got suspended, and then he left Top Rank. Now he's with Matchroom. But Xander Zayas is now the one, and I think he's a better prospect. Great jab when he commits to it. He can defend, he can counterpunch. He has the Puerto Rican left hook to the body already. He can fight on the inside, he can fight on the outside. He's looked really good so far. We just need to see him test it, and I think Patrick Teixeira is going to give him that test. Somebody who's been a champion, somebody who's fought at the levels that Xander Zayas is trying to get to. So I think this is a great, great fight. In terms of a stylistic matchup for Zayas at this stage of his career. I think he's going to win this fight. Then after that, hopefully we'll start to see him really step it up in competition, but this is a good barometer to see where he's at. That being said, we're not betting him on the money line because that is minus 1,400 last I checked. But we're going to go with Xander Zayas to win this fight by knockout or technical knockout at minus 145 at one prominent book, minus 150 in another, but obviously you want that value there. The reason I think Zayas gets a stoppage is because Patrick Teixeira, while he is taller and longer, he leaves himself very open off of some of these exchanges, and in general when he's throwing his punches. He's somebody who has been dropped multiple times in the past. Xander Zayas, he doesn't have the booming power in this division that Virgil Ortiz or Tim Zhu has, but he does have power, and he's very skilled, and again, a very good counterpuncher. He's going to find them. He's going to find them probably with the right hand. Typically is the case against a southpaw like Patrick Teixeira, and I think Xander Zayas is going to get the finish in this fight. That's all we have for today. Make sure that you check out our other boxing content. We will have more to come very soon. Next week, we'll be talking Gervonta Tank Davis and David Benavidez. Take care.